Well, shalom, shalom, everyone. Hallelujah. Notice that I did not have to push any extra buttons because I made it. I made it. Looks like you made it. Yeah. All right. Who sang that? Somebody sang that. That wasn't a Barry Manilow song. I hope not.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. It's an old song. And there's Jamie Louie with us. Hallelujah. Hey, Jamie, I got one question for you. I just sang a song. I don't know if you heard it. It goes, "Looks like we've made it." Do you remember who sang that?
No.
That makes three of us. You're in good company.
I don't know. That just came to my head when I came on the screen without one fatal error. Isn't that amazing that I didn't have to push an extra button or two or three or four?
I think it's outstanding. Outstanding.
Must have been the prayer this morning.
I'm telling you, it was something because I got on here without any issues whatsoever.
Well, I actually, at my end, I had a good thing. I got up and the gentleman that's had a guy spend the night here, and he's going to take care of Danny if he wakes up. But he said, let him sleep. I'm going to go back to bed for a while, but everything's good. So if I leave the screen real quickly to get him, he'll take care of him. Why?
Yeah, man, nice.
But they might sleep through. It's a pretty nice, quiet morning here.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Hey, some extra sleep is not a bad thing. That's a good thing. So that's cool. That is very, very cool. So welcome everybody to Let Us Reason Together, a place where we need to be. And can you see it right here? Right here. Alert. Alert.
Well, let me write that down here.
All right, and that just means let us reason together. But if you put it together, it's alert. So we want to be alert. Hallelujah.
And we are alert.
Exactly. I mean, I had more sleep yesterday than I really care to think about.
We speak things as though they always are.
Exactly. So what's been happening? Pretty much everything is, it's been pretty boring in the world lately, hasn't it?
No.
That was something I hate. You know what that? You know what I hate?
Oh,
Do you know what I hate?
No,
There's one word.
No.
Do you know what the word is, Jamie?
What's that?
That was sarcasm. I have a hard time with sarcasm. I have a hard time with people that speak things in sarcasm. I'm all like, there's the sarcasm going again.
Sarcasm? No.
What is it?
I have no idea.
He was trying to give us a little humor, backhanded humor.
Yeah, a little backhanded.
Isn't that sarcasm?
Probably, but it's a big word.
All right, I'll let it go.
Let it go. Just take a deep breath, count backwards from 10. You'll be fine. All right. So, what's been going on? Anyone know anything going on?
Yeah, I think a lot of things are going on. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of chaos, but there's also a lot of calm. There's a lot of calm, and the calm is those who trust in the Creator of heaven and earth, trust in our Redeemer, and the chaos are those who are just doing what's right in their own eyes. So, but guess who wins?
Well, we know who wins.
Well, we need to say it. Never mind. Then we have to let people know that the victory is in the ones that trust and obey, because there's no other way.
That's right. And then we'll be singing, "Looks like we've made it." So that's a good thing, right?
That'd be good.
If anyone knows who sang that song or wrote that song, probably whoever sang it, that's usually, that's how we know these songs, usually by who sings it. They may have written it, but a lot of times somebody writes it behind the scenes, and somebody other than the writer of the song sings it and becomes famous. So I'm putting my guess on Barry Manilow. That's what I'm putting on.
Sounds like you even sang it like him.
Oh boy.
You sounded like him.
Well, whatever we have to say about Barry, The guy is a pretty much a success story in the sense of a worldly sense. I have no idea about anything about his background and how his spiritual life is and all that kind of stuff. Probably, I don't know. I'm not even gonna speculate, because that's what it would be, speculation, and we don't want to speculate.
I love Barry Manilow.
I,
I mean,
I used to enjoy some of those songs.
I mean, I'm in the '70s. I grew up. My first Thunderbird. I was working at a car dealership. I had 8 tracks, and I had the only big 8 track that I had was Barry Manilow. So I listened to it all the time, driving to different places.
Well, Wendy and Jamie love Barry Manilow. So there you go. I like his voice too. Yeah, I like him.
He was. Again, I don't know anything about him. I'm just talking about the talent that he has, the singing, the ability to write these songs. I think he wrote most of his own songs. Like the Copacabana was one of them. That was a kind of a little Latin type of thing at the Copacabana, whatever it is. I don't remember the words. But I think he also sang another one, Mandy. I think it was Mandy. Does that sound familiar?
Mandy, yes.
That sounds familiar.
Well, so, Jamie and Wendy like Barry Manilow.
Yeah, no, I have to admit, I'm a closet Barry Manilow fan, but that's just
Well, he was a cantor before he became. That's what he did.
A cantor?
Really?
Yes, he's Jewish. And
I knew he was Jewish, but I didn't realize he was a cantor.
Yeah, he was a cantor. Yeah, after his bar mitzvah, that's one of the way he started singing in the synagogue.
There you go. Now he's put a little spin on it with me. I like Barry Manilow. My grandfather was a cantor. He was a cantor.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, Barry, I was too. And they told me to sing, and they said, "You can't sing." I don't know why. It was just bad. I mean, so I guess I was one too. I did get thrown out of a Catholic church. Not so much for my singing, although the singing probably, I don't know, for them it wasn't what they really probably wanted, but they didn't have much of a choice. But I was more rebellious and tried to do some of my own little things, and I don't think they liked it, because they just liked going by the liturgy or whatever they call it back then. But that was a good thing. All things work together for good to those who love God and according to His purpose.
You know why that was a good thing, Jamie?
Why?
Because that was a catalyst of me meeting Abigail.
Okay, that was.
It
57, 58, 102. How many years?
I'm telling you,
40.
I was a three service. What was it? Three masses. I'm trying to remember what they call them. 3 masses each Sunday, and I think I got $10 for each one. So I was like in the money. I mean, this is great. So $30, woohoo!
And then he got fired.
But then I got fired, and then
he got promoted to the Baptist
I got promoted
church.
to the Baptist church. So I went from a Catholic church to a Baptist church. And
that's where we met.
That's where Abigail and I met. Because if I did not get fired from that Catholic church, I have no idea where I'd be right now.
And if you read the book, you can find out how that whole scene happened. I mean, the lights went down, and there was only one spotlight.
And it was on Abigail. And the heavenly choir was singing.
I was up there with the heavenly choir.
And I was looking up, yearning to be up in the balcony.
And I was looking down at him and saying, "Who is this handsome man?"
And I said, "Who is this gorgeous woman?"
And the rest is 40-year history.
It was almost kind of like an Isaac Rebecca thing. I'm telling you. Maybe without the flair of having a servant come down and
I didn't have a camel to get off of.
Yeah, she didn't have a camel. And
well, we made up for it. We did ride a camel when we were in Israel. Yeah. We rode on the same camel. No, not 2 camels.
And it was only a camel with 1 hump.
So this went to ride in the back of that camel.
James.
No, I should have
been. I should have been on the back.
No, I was hanging on to the back. I was hanging on to his tail.
Was that on the way down to the Dead Sea?
No, that was up on the Mount of Olives.
Oh, Mount of Olives.
Yeah,
Okay, I was
His
going to
name
say
was
Mount of
Kojak.
Olives.
His
Both
name was
places.
Kojak. This was Kojak.
Yeah, we called him Telly for short, but he was Kojak, and that was the
But
name
we have
of
a
the.
picture. We'll have to post a picture someday. As you can see,
Yeah, Abigail hanging on for dear life, and me having a good old time.
but that's a typical. That's that, and things haven't changed.
But it was so funny because we got on that camel, and then the owner, an Arab, just walked it down. I don't know, 50 feet down to around. If you've been to the Mount of Olives, so you know that that place that overlooks the old city.
Yes.
And so he brought us all the way around there, and then brought us all the way back for $10. I mean, it was like, what a deal! What a deal! And that was $10 in 1998. So today would be about 235 with Biden inflation. I had to get the dig in. Come on.
But guess what? We're not going to make it to Israel unless we have the what.
Yeah, which is interesting. Did you hear this, Jamie? That Israel is opening its doors November 1st, but only to vaccinated people.
And to the jab.
Yeah, you have to have that passport, the vaccine passport, and all that. So, which is totally unfortunate. But you see what's happening, though. It's an interesting thing what's happening, and you'll see more of this, where the medical profession, the police, the fire, also the TSA, the airline pilots, the people that the stewardesses, all the staff are becoming, because it's federally mandated in a lot of cases. Now are going to have to get the jab, or they lose their job. Isn't that amazing? Just a year ago, these people, especially all the frontline people, were hailed as heroes, as they should be, as they were remarkable men and women, not even having all the proper protective equipment that they needed back then in the early days, and not even really knowing what this whole disease was all about, and how it worked, and the whole nine yards. And they were there, and they did not step down. They could have easily said, "No, I'm not going to put myself into a lion's den, if you will, of disease." But yet they stayed there. They did the best they can. Some of them got COVID. Some of them, some of them died. But now today, they are not hailed as the remarkable men and women that stood the ground and helped people. Now they're being saying, "No, you've got to get the jab or you're fired." I mean, really, that is upside down thinking, and it's sad. It really is sad. But I believe, this is me, I'm going to make a prediction. Can I make a prediction? I mean, I don't usually make predictions, but this is going to blow up in their faces in this thing, because we already had a worker shortage. Now you're telling people who are contemplating the vaccine, they're whatever they're going through, whether they believe they shouldn't take it, or believe that they need to research it more, or needs to be out there more. So yeah, and so whatever that case may be, now it's remarkable that it's gonna, I believe it's gonna backfire on the it could technically, it could really do some devastation to the American economy. People are
the world.
Yeah, that's true. That's because
Yeah, I was looking at, there's a small group of wealthy people that are buying up and trying to control everything so that they can just cut this thing and make everybody mandate everything so that they can take over and get rid of about 7 billion people. That's the plan. You can read it on the Georgia Stones down there, and it's just amazing that they're getting this far with this. So we need to turn the world upside down. They turned it upside down.
That's why we're praying. That's why we're praying. And are we going to sing? What's the buzz? Tell me what's
No,
happening.
no, we're not going to sing the
Is
buzz.
that what's what the buzz is?
No, it's getting close though. Getting close, because we're trying to think of
No, we know one thing. The opening is
the opening.
Is
The opening.
Sing it.
The opening
Is.
I'm not singing it yet.
Sing it,
No,
James.
no.
Come on.
No, everything has got to be lined up. The acoustics,
come on. You've got the acoustics.
The people need to be positioned in the right positions.
It's built in.
No.
Listen to him.
No.
Jamie.
No, because what Abigail and I were talking about yesterday, we were talking about, because we do a pre-show. This is basically what we call a pre-show. Is we're just kind of bantering back and forth, talking about whatever is on our hearts and our minds, and in the whatever, quick headlines type of thing. Quick little motifs or whatever you want to call it. And so we're trying to figure out.
Marilyn saying, "Sing it." There you go, Marilyn. Thank you. Thank you, Marilyn.
The first one that comes on the encouragement room.
Thank you, Marilyn. Come on, go
hey,
ahead.
I already sang. Looks like we've made it.
No, thanks. Do the other one.
No.
No. If you don't do it, I'm going to do it, and that'll really be a showstopper.
No, we'll get to it. We'll get to
it.
Because
Marilyn, come on, Marilyn. Get Tony on it too. Come on, Marilyn. You and Tony, come on.
All right. Am I turning red? I feel like I'm red.
You are.
I am. Okay. But what's the buzz?
Go ahead.
No.
What's the buzz?
All right,
Tell me what's happening.
Okay.
What's the buzz?
No.
Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? I told you, give me a little reverb, and I'll get up there. And I don't have my tambourine here, but I have the what's the buzz? Right. Tell me what's happening.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me ask you a question. Does anyone know where that's from? Jamie, do you know where that's from?
Anybody know where that's from?
Where you going, Jamie?
Oh, I'm thinking it's got to be from.
Come on.
It's got to be.
This is what kind of solidified my Christianity experience.
Come on, Jamie. This is another divine appointment. James and I were probably watching this the same time.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's the other one that we were watching at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. It was the other one. Okay, go ahead. What's the buzz?
Does anyone know?
Anyone know? All right.
Wendy, Marilyn.
Come on, I'm going to
Anyone else that's
what's
out there?
The
we
buzz?
got a few people out
Tell
there.
me what's happening. What's the buzz?
Okay.
Tell me what's
happening.
That's enough.
Well,
it's never enough.
It is enough.
I'm thinking it's not Bing Crosby. It's somebody back there.
No, it's Bing Crosby.
Well, you're talking about.
Okay, I'm going to give you an acronym.
No.
Yeah, J C S S.
JCSS.
Yep.
Oh, we got 3 question marks with Wendy.
You got it, Wendy. That's it, Wendy. When you got the 3 question marks, you got it. Jesus Christ Superstar. That's right.
Yeah, Jesus Christ Superstar was actually.
You didn't see that, Jamie?
I never even saw that.
You never saw that?
No, you never listened to it. I mean, usually it came out originally in just an album. 1970, I believe it was, and then 1973 it came out into a movie. And it's interesting. I think it's the same. The guy who played Jesus in 1973, played it on Broadway too. Still playing it to this day. He's like 80 years old or something. I mean, he's got a great makeup job, or I have no idea how they do that, but he's still doing Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar. And people come to it. I don't know. People like nostalgia, I guess.
Well, I got to tell you, when I went back to college, it was part of my journey in my book, but I went back to college when 11 years after I graduated from high school. And when I went back there, I was part of a musical production group, and I actually directed and actually it was total direction, this group of people, and we did Jesus Christ Superstar. And I had a lot of talented people that were in this class, and and I loved doing Mary Magdalene. I loved playing that song. Oh my, the song that she sang.
Yeah. I don't know how to love you.
Yes, and
what
so
to
I
do,
would sing
how
that
it
song,
moves me.
and then we had all the other players, and it really, I mean, it really ministered. That the songs in that production really had an effect on helping me through a lot of challenges. I have to say.
It's interesting too, because I was the same way. I was young and heard it, and even though I was a Catholic at the time, it really did something to me. Although you look at it, even when I was looking at it from a charismatic standpoint, when we went into the charismatic church, you see the theology is all whacked. It's really has nothing to do with the scriptures, except maybe the characters.
But the characters really brought things to life.
But it was a catalyst. It was a catalyst in my life. So I don't poo-poo it. Same thing with Godspell. I don't poo-poo that. And
Godspell, that was the one that we were in this, probably more than likely at the same theater at the same time watching.
'cause it
Have
came
you
to
heard of
Boston.
Godspell, Jamie?
I've heard of it, but again, I didn't see
Oh
it.
my goodness.
I was at the 10 Commandments.
Okay, well that was that, yeah, but this rate, so this yeah, so the Godspell definitely made an impact on my life too. I mean, the words and the songs. There's, people can poo-poo things, but it's amazing how the Father can have one seed that is in a production that may appear to be worldly, one seed of truth, and it gets into a person's heart. It got into James's heart.
Oh, big time.
And it got into my heart. And this was again,
it was 1970, 1971, 72.
Years before
73.
we met. But we after we started talking, I'm like, I think we were in the same theater at the same time during that one there. So anyhow, it's just amazing how the Father has a way of planting seeds in our hearts, and then at the perfect time, ordering our steps to bring us together.
We were Jesus freaks together. Yeah. I love that. And to top it all off, I think this was about how many years ago? 2 or 3 years ago. We were in Lev Yeshua congregation at a winter conference. Eddie Chumney was the main speaker. We were doing the tour portion, and Eddie gave this whole message on being a Jesus freak. Remember that? Do you remember? You don't look like you remember.
No, I don't. Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. I'm glad, because I just thought we talked about that. That was kind of cool.
I know.
So, but now we're Yeshua freaks. Oh, we're not freaks, are we? We're not freaks.
I mean, I was going to say something, but I want to have a tongue of bearing good fruit.
Amen. Amen. But it's all these things. That's actually kind of interesting though, because these kind of things that we look back now and we look at it and we're like, ooh, that was really kind of off on theology and really not bringing certain things together the way they should be. But they were catalysts. They were something that sparked something in us, in me, and Abigail, and I'm sure you can go back and think about something that brought you closer to the Father. I mean, I think that's an awesome thing. So, all right, we now have to move on. Yes, we do.
What's the buzz?
Tell me what's happening.
What's the buzz?
Tell me what's happening. Tell me what's happening.
Okay, Jamie, you better know what the buzz is.
So,
and it's not a buzz cut.
so that's why we actually came into this whole little thing that we just been talking about for the last 12 minutes. Is because Abigail and I was saying, what do we want to call these pre-show ramblings that we kind of have some fun with and whatnot. So we may call it "What's the Buzz." So anyway, all right.
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Where's the button? I like it.
Yeah. So we are going to go into the news segment right now, and actually, I heard that this is going into something that was very interesting. That was on prayer today, and you mentioned Canada, and we're going to talk about Canada.
All right, Marilyn, we're going to talk about Canada. So
and the craziness
stay
that's
tuned,
going on
Marilyn.
there, and it's something that we need to watch, because we need to be on guard. All of us, we need to be on guard in Canada, in the US, in all around the world, because it can come right to us. So we're going to talk about this.
We are richly blessed to bring you what we believe is the fullest, most diverse, yet up-to-date progressive teachings, discussion, and prayer programming you can find anywhere on this planet. Be sure to take the tour of the MessianicLambRadio.com website. I'm Susan Hoogie, thanking you for joining us on the Messianic Lamb Video Network.